points of light which turn to form 4 question marks. Circular graphics expand and move, creating the effect of a tunnel which we're travelling through. Pound signs move through the tunnel. In a final circle are the words "Who wants to be a celebrity millionaire?" Lights spin around the studio. Chris Tarrant welcomes 2 new contestants. Trisha Goddard struggles to get herself up onto the tall stool.
You're supposed to help her up. You're a husband.
Don't care about me.
Doesn't look too promising. Here we have the TV presenter Trisha Goddard and her husband Peter. After 6 years on ITV, Trisha's just moved her own show on 5, but she's had a long and varied career, which includes being in an all-girl rock group, 5 years as a flight attendant, and she was the first black presenter on Australian television. Trisha's also done a huge amount of work in the field of mental health. She herself had a breakdown some years ago and feared she'd lose her daughters, Billy and Maddie, as a result. During the recovery, she met Peter here, and they married in January 1998, and we have a picture to prove it. There you are. Peter's the one on the right with the beard. Trisha says they're blissfully happy. Peter makes no comment. And tonight they're both playing on behalf of causes local to where they live. Trisha's playing for Homestart Norwich, while Peter's playing for Norwich Mind, of which he is their chief executive. Peter Gianfrancesco.
That's right.
Yes.
But you call him Bertie.
Oh, my God.
Well, this is a long story,
This is a long story, yes. I call him Bertie, he calls me Eggy.
I'm going to ask, why does he call you Eggy, Trish?
Well, it was when Maddie was 2, our younger daughter was 2, and she used to point at us and say, "You're egg-a-while."
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, exactly, that's what we said. And she used to say, "You're egg-a-while," and we said, "Well, what's egg-a-while?" You know what 2-year-olds are like, "What's egg-a-while?" She just kept saying egg-a-while. So we worked out this system, didn't we, that you were Bert from...
Well, I became Egbert.
Egbert.
Which then became Bert, and you became...
Eggy.
Eggy.
And the girls
somehow.
became the Woyles.
Is he romantic?
He's an you are an incurable romantic.
Really?
Oh, you know you. I don't try. He's Italian.
Oh, come on, Bertie. Bertie, baby.
No, he is very romantic.
In what way?
He'll plan surprise trips away, and he'll ring my business partner Malcolm and cancel all my meetings. He'll cancel everything, as you did just before Christmas for my birthday, and he whisked me away to Milan.
And we touched on it briefly, and there's some quite harrowing stuff, but your real life story is... It's actually like a combination of about 6 of your shows all rolled into... But it is,
say
isn't
that.
it? I mean, you have been to
I've walked
the
on the
bottom of the
wild
pit
side.
and back.
Yeah, I've walked on the wild side. I've had rough times, but...
Does it make you more qualified to deal with some of the people and the problems that you handle?
It gives me... I think it gives me empathy, doesn't it? I often run the guests' problems past Peter, and we do... A couple of times I've had some really harrowing ones,
Yeah, I think it gives you empathy, but it also gives you, I suppose, a sense of hope as well, doesn't it, for people?
Yes, because I know I got through it. I didn't think I would when I was in my darkest days, but if I can make it from where I was, then just about anybody can.
OK. Trisha and Peter, Eggy and Bertie, are just 15 questions away from winning £1 million for their 2 charities. As always, if they get stuck on the way, they have 3 lifelines to help them. They got 50-50, they got phone a friend, and of course they can ask this brand new shiny audience. Remember, this can be the tricky bit. They have to agree on all their answers. And the use of any lifelines, including their choice of phone a friend. OK. Peter, Trisha, lots of luck. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
A pattern of light moves across the studio floor.
Right. Question... I feel like we've done an hour. Question number 1 is for £100. Here it comes. Which of these is a member of a criminal gang? Gobster, sobster, mobster, lobster.
Well, C, Chris.
C, lobster.
Right answer, you have £100.
Who wants to be a celebrity millionaire? End of part 1. Who wants to be a celebrity millionaire? Part 2.
Right, let's try and race you up to at least £1,000. Question number 2 is for 200 quid. Here it is. Complete the phrase as pretty as a drawing, sketch, picture, print,
Oh, picture, isn't it? Yeah.
C, picture.
It's the right answer. You have £200. OK, question number 3 is for £300. Complete the title of the 1966 UK #1 single for Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for dancing, kicking, walking, driving.
Well, that's walking, isn't it? They're the ones.
What are you doing now?
Showing us the walking boots.
OK, you have £300.
Right.
Trisha giggles.
I thought you were kicking him. I took the wrong answer. Question number 4 is for £500. Which part of the mouth is also a euphemism for the sense of taste? Cheek, lip, palate, gum.
Well, palate speaks to me.
Palate.
Palate? You happy with palate?
You happy, darling? £500 is the right answer.
Peter and Trisha smile.
OK. Question number 5 would guarantee you £1,000. How is 14 written in Roman numerals? M-I-V, D-I-V, X-I-V, C-I-V.
C again.
XIV.
It's the right answer. You have £1,000. Well done, Peter. Well done, Trisha.
Peter and Trisha grin at each other. The lights in the studio dim.
Look at you two,
we're
so
relieved
proud now.
We're
Look at you.
relieved. Worst nightmare's over.
Let's talk a bit about your 2 particular charities. I mean, Peter, why Norwich Mine particularly?
Well, I'm actually the chief executive of the charity.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of work for people with mental illness. But more importantly, we do a lot of work with people who have got reasonable mental health to help them keep it that way. And I think that the preventative work we do makes us fairly special.
And Trisha, in fact, you're a patron of that as well.
I'm patron of Mind, but I'm supporting Home Start for this, which is the charity. I'm another charity in Norwich I'm patron of, and they help people, parents with children under 5, who are really struggling. You know, if they have problems with parenting and what have you, maybe they had tough childhoods themselves, and it's very few parents are wicked. They just do not know how to parent. So Home Start supplies volunteers who are parents themselves. That's all they need. People who are good mums and dads whose kids maybe have left home. They train them up and they work with very vulnerable parents and kids, and it stops families breaking up and kids going into care. And there's just huge success stories. So that's
OK. Well, bless
my
you.
charity.
Let's try and get up to as much money for 2 of you as we possibly can. You have £1,000 guarantee, which is good. You are 10 away from £1 million. You have all 3 lifelines untouched. Question number 6 is for £2,000. On which continent is the country of Gabon? Africa, Europe, South America, Asia.
Africa. Africa.
Are you sure about that?
Sure-ish.
I thought Africa straight away, but
I thought Africa.
Terrible geography.
So Africa?
Final answer.
Africa.
Yes.
You have £2,000.
Peter and Trisha breathe a sigh of relief and the lights in the studio darken.
Question number 7 is for £4,000. You have £2,000 at the moment. You must agree on your answers. Here we go. What nationality is the tennis player Arantxa Sanchez Vicario? Brazilian, Argentinian, Spanish, French.
Yeah, she's definitely Spanish.
Is he Spanish?
It's a she.
Oh, God. You know who watches sports in our house. But I will go along with my husband.
Final answer.
Yep. C.
See,
Even though you thought she was a he. It's the right answer. You got £4,000. Well played, Peter.
Trisha claps her husband. OK, you have £4,000.
You're guaranteed 1,000, but next question could double your money. You could go up to £8,000. You have not yet touched a single lifeline. Peter and Tricia playing for Norwich Mind and Home Start. Question number 8 is this. Have a look. Tell me what you want to do. At which of these French cities do Eurostar trains make a stop? Rouen, Lille, Dijon, Nantes.
That's a tough one.
Well, Lille isn't.
Now, which is the biggest city out of those?
Isn't Lille in... Lille's not in France, is it? It's not in France.
Lille? I'm sure it is.
This is a lifetime in Australia, you see. Hang
actually,
on.
I don't know.
Dijon's where the mustard comes from.
Dijon, yep.
Why would a train stop? Because it's where the mustard comes from.
Take
Better stop here. The mustard's here. At which of these French cities do Eurostar trains make a stop? It's worth £8,000.
Do you have any inkling?
No, should we... I'm just thinking...
I think if we ask the audience, because some of them may have been on that train and stopped in that place.
Yeah, they might have been.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think we should wait for... I think we should wait for something else for phone a friend, something more difficult. So we'll ask the audience.
Yeah.
OK, right, audience, let's try and get Peter and Trish up to at least £8,000. First lifeline they've needed. This is the question. Which of these French cities do Eurostar trains make a stop? Now, A on your keypads is Rouen, B is Lille, C is Dijon, D is Nantes. All on your keypads, please, A, B, C or D, all vote now.
As the audience vote, a graph with their answers appears on screen.
90% say Lille. 2% say Rouen, 6% Dijon. That could be because of the mustard. May have influenced it.
I instinctively thought Lille.
OK, we'll go with the audience.
I would be happy to go with the audience.
Yeah, we'll go with the audience. So we say Lille.
Lille.
Final answer.
Lille?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the right answer. You got £8,000.
They both breathe a sigh of relief and applaud the audience. The lights in the studio dim.
You have £8,000, you two, for your two chosen charities. Question number 9 is for £16,000. You still have a 50-50. You can still phone a friend. I just warn you guys, if you give me a wrong answer at this point, you would drop £7,000. OK? Have a look. Question number 9 is worth £16,000. You're 2 away from £32,000. Here it comes. Who starred in the TV drama A Cream Cracker Under the Settee? Patricia Hayes, Beryl Reid, Thora Hird, Kathy Staff. It's worth £16,000.
OK. Are they all names of actors that you recognise?
Yes, Patricia Hayes, Beryl Reid, Thora Hird. I'll say I haven't heard of Kathy Staff, and she'll probably come up and assault me at the next awards, but I've met Thora Hird. She's the late Thora Hird.
I would not have a clue of that one.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Never heard of it.
It's probably on my
Didn't
We're and Oz. So are we going to... If we're going to ring somebody, who would we ring?
Malcolm?
You got a 50-50, you get rid of 2 if it helps. It's your call.
I don't
still
think
be
a
guessing, wouldn't we?
50-50 wouldn't help. Who would we ring?
Malcolm, would he? Who watches television?
Who watches television
Well, I mean,
that we know?
He's a real television...
He's a real television addict. No, who likes plays? No, it's a drama.
She rereads the question.
I would have thought Malcolm and Elaine.
I can't think of anybody else that would be better.
OK. We'll phone a friend, my business partner, Malcolm. That way, if he gets it wrong, I can take punitive action against him.
OK. You've still got a 50-50 left as well, and you obviously don't have to take his answer. See what happens.
Right.
Trish, you going to talk to him?
Yes, I'll talk to him.
I thought you might.